Okay, so I hope y'all can hear me because I don't want to be talking too loud. Ignore my face. I'm breaking out as we can all see. Um, but I think it's because of all the candy and snacks that I've been eating. But whatever. So today I wanted to talk about oh my gosh, I started that off so wrong and like so negative. Hey y'all, welcome back to another YouTube video. So today's story time is going to be crap. Oh, okay. I don't know what I'm gonna label this, but basically it's the time that I went out with a goofy. Not even a goof. I don't even want to call him a goofy. I just want to call him. I don't even want to call him a bum because that's mean. A time I went out with a wrong person. Let me put it that way because I don't want to be mean. I don't know if he still be watching my stuff or whatnot. I don't even know if he's gonna watch this video or whatever. But and y'all, I have like pictures and all that, like receipts to prove it and everything. So see, I would like say his nickname, but like people know him by his nickname, and I don't know like how well known he is in Tampa or whatever. So I'm just gonna call him D. Yeah, because that's his first name, like the initials his first name. So I'm just gonna call him D. So y'all, if you live, I don't even want to say if you live in Tampa, Florida, because I barely know people here, even though I was born and raised. But anyways, that's besides the point. That's neither here or there. I'm over here looking at the trees and stuff. I should do this video inside. Okay, so me and D, we had went to Franklin Middle School together. And I believe that was like my 6th grade year. I believe it was because like I was mad hype about going to middle school. And that summer I kept like asking my sister advice about middle school and stuff. And she was like, oh girl, you know it's fine. But y'all, Franklin was ghetto. And if you live in Tampa, then you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't even know if that school is still up right now. But me and D went to Franklin, and I had a huge crush on him. Me and my friend Mary, that's crazy, I still remember her name. Me and my friend Mary, we had a crush on him. And he ended up asking her to be his girlfriend. I was a little heartbroken, but I was like, you know, whatever. Maybe it's because she's more developed than I am, and she was taller than me or whatever. So they ended up going out or whatever, and that was that. So fast forward, mind y'all, that was in middle school. So fast forward, I'm like 23, 24, and I ran into him at the mall. It was crazy because we haven't seen each other in mad long. Like, who even knows if we're still living in the same city or not? So ran into him at the mall. Like, I was so shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, like, is this my chance or whatever? A dummy. So ran into him at the mall, gave him my number, like we exchanged numbers, and then like from that night on we were just like texting and stuff. So our first conversation, he was like just bombing me with like mad information about himself and just what he was going through in life and all that stuff. And I don't know why, I guess I give off that type of vibe. Like, people just feel like they can vent to me, and I don't mind like you venting to me, but it was just a lot because, bro, we barely know each other. But he was venting to me and stuff, and he kind of started to like cry on the phone. I think that's the first time I ever heard or seen heard. Yeah, that's the first time I ever heard a guy cry or whatever, because he was going through a lot. And I was like, damn, like, you know, I understand, like, you know, I'm always here if you need to talk or whatever. Y'all, I think it was weird because I think either that night or sometime that week he asked me to be his girlfriend over the phone, and my dumb ass said yes. like a freaking dummy. So, oh, if y'all hear music playing in the background, that is my nephew's music. His name is Khalil. Well, on Spotify, it's Netgear. I just want to play music because it's mad quiet outside, and people are walking and they looking at me weird. But anyways, so what's it called? Yeah, me and D, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I said yes. Oh, child, I need to shave my legs. I said yeah, whatever. So, after that, I believe, like, he asked me on a date, and I was, like, mad hype or whatever. I was like, oh my gosh, like, he asked me out on a date, you know, I'm about to get real cute and stuff, because I barely, like, went on dates, and if they were dates, like, my last ex, we never did anything. But my first, like, we would, like, do mad shit, but I really didn't consider them dates. I thought we were just having fun. But no, they were, like, actual dates, like, activity shit and stuff. So, let me turn this down, because I feel like that's mad loud. And I don't know if I'm speaking loud enough. So, he asked me on a date, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, like, we could go to Longhorn or whatever. And he was like, okay, like, bet. So, y'all, the day of the date, I'm at the mall, I'm getting my eyebrows done, and I think I got my feet done. My nails, I didn't really care about my nails getting done or whatever at that time. And I think I had, like, picked up a dress or whatever, and I'm gonna post pictures or whatever. Y'all, I was looking cute. I felt fine. So, the day of the date, while I'm at the mall, no, I think I was on my way back home, he called me, and he was like, oh, excuse me, he was like, babe, you know, I asked you out on this date or whatever, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it honest with you, like, I don't have a car. And I was like, oh, okay, like, that's no problem, I'll just borrow my sister's car. And he was like, I don't have any money either. I was like, okay. I just thought, I don't mind paying, but I just thought it was, like, a little weird. You asked me on a date, and then the date of you tell me you don't have a whip and you don't have no money. But I, like, you know, I had a crush on him. Like, that's been my middle school crush. So I was like, you know what, F it, let me just, you know, do it for him or whatever, because, you know, I did like him or whatever. So we went on the date, I picked him up or whatever. What happened? We went to Longhorn or whatever. And y'all, this kind of, like, turned me off. Not trying to, like, judge nobody or whatever, but y'all know Longhorn. I feel like, I don't even know really what a fancy restaurant is, to be honest. Well, I'm lying, I've been to fancy restaurants, but I feel like if we're going to an establishment and we're getting to know each other for the first time, like, what you pick to eat, I feel like what you pick to eat matters, because I'm watching how you eat. I'm paying for the date and everything, y'all, and I don't care how much I spend. This man, I think I had got steak and some mashed potatoes and something, like, vegetables or whatever. This man ordered chicken tenders and french fries. Finger food on the first date, like, that kind of turned me off. Then I'm not judging nobody, but I just don't like that. Like, that turned me off. Like, we're grown as fuck and you want to sit here and order that or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Oh, funny thing about this date, my niece tagged along, but I'm not gonna really bring her up in this until, like, the ending or whatever. But yeah, so he ordered chicken fingers or whatever, and man, I honestly forgot, like, what we were all, like, talking about or whatever. But we're in a booth, so I'm sitting here, he's sitting across from me, my niece is sitting next to me, and y'all, I think, was he, yeah, he was. So y'all, tell me why there's, like, a couple, and I understand, like, if you're, like, glancing, but if you staring at me, you ODing, bro, like, you're doing the most. I see a couple, the man is sitting to where he can view me and I'm looking at his girl's back. I don't know if that was his girl or they on a date or whatever, but he was like staring mad hard at me. And mind you, I'm gonna post like what I was wearing in the video or whatever. So he was staring at me mad hard. I didn't bring it up or whatever, but my niece, I think my niece was like dang, like he's staring hard at you. And then D had turned around. He was like, why the fuck he keep looking at you? And I'm just like, I don't know. And like throughout the night, like the man kept staring at me, but I wasn't paying it no mind. I mean, I seen it, but I didn't bring it up. And that's when D went to sit there and talk about why the fuck he's staring at my girl for. Like, he got loud at this point. I'm just like, oh my freaking gosh, like this is ghetto. Like, you're doing the most at this establishment. By that point, y'all, I wanted to check and I wanted to go, but I think we ended up staying for like another 30 minutes or something, because we were like having like a good conversation. Well, me and my niece were having a good conversation with our waiter. She was mad cool or whatever. So we got the check, we left, we walked out, and I noticed that he was like on me so much, and I don't know you like that. So for you to be on me, that kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. Like, we were walking back to the car and he was like holding me from behind, and then this man, he walked by, and what is that? This man walked by and he asked us if we had any spare change, and I only had my card on me. I didn't have any cash. My niece didn't have any cash, and he didn't have any cash. So I was like, no, sir, my apologies, we don't have anything. This man want to sit here and say, oh, you two look like a good couple. The universe put you two together. I can see that it's going to be something very special. I'm just like, huh? And D's like, oh yeah, see Fabi, we meant to be. So I'm just like, okay, I don't know about that. Ended up driving him back to his place. What happened? I think him and my niece had like rolled up or something like that, and they were chilling. So when it comes time for me to like say bye or whatever and part my ways, he's over. I don't like staring people in the eyes unless like I feel a connection with you and I'm like really fucking with you, or if I know you, I don't mind looking in your eyes. But he was like staring me dead in my eyes, like, and caressing my hands, like, you know, like I don't know if he told me he loved me that night or something, but he was just making me feel uncomfortable. And at this point, I didn't know what love bombing was until it was later on like clear to me what that was. So he was just making me feel mad uncomfortable, like, oh yeah, I really like you, and you gonna be my rider, this and that, da da da. So y'all, he was going through mad stuff. Like, he would be blowing up my, like, after that night, went home or whatever, work week happened. I don't think he had a job at that time. Basically, here's the whole story. So he said he was living with his ex, and his ex was cheating on him or something. So he left the house and went back to move in with his mom. I hope I'm getting this story right. He went back to live with his mom. Him and his mom really wasn't getting along like that, and she was even trying to kick him out and stuff. And he was saying how his ex accused him of like beating her, and the cops had put up to his place, and he has to go to court, and he's doing all this stuff, like this and that. And it was just a lot for me to take on mentally, because I'm going through stuff myself. I was in a position that I didn't really like in my life. Like, the job that I was in, my living situation, like, I just didn't like it, and I felt like I was drowning. So for me to like put on a brave face and take in what he's saying to me, I'm trying to help out as much as possible. So I'm sitting here listening to him vent to me, and I think this went on for like 2 weeks straight, where he would like blow up my phone while I'm at work and call me crying like he's going through it, and he just keeps saying, Fabi, don't leave me, da da da. And I wasn't, but he was like dragging it. So I think I would say either the third or like within the second week of us like being boyfriend and girlfriend. I think even before, no, yeah, I would say within the third week, I had went to go see him. I think, yeah, I asked my sister to borrow her car. I had went to go see him or whatever, and I think I had bought him food, or I was just coming to see him to hang out with him or something. Wait, y'all, I'm skipping. Hold up. Okay, so boom. A week after, my bad, y'all. A week after me and him went out or whatever on our date, I went to go see him. Like, I was chilling with him at night. Mind you, we're doing all this chilling in my sister's car or whatever. We went to Walmart to, you know, grab a couple of stuff. We went back to his place, like, just chilled in the parking lot. We took a walk. And it's crazy because where he lives is where I used to live, like my old apartments and stuff. So that happened or whatever. I don't even know why I'm saying this. My mind is like so everywhere. Next story time, I'm doing this in the house because I can't even think right now. This story shouldn't even be long, and I feel like I'm dragging it. So we're chilling or whatever in the car, and I think at that time, like, me and my ex were still cool. Like, we were just like talking or whatever. And then what's it called? I think my ex called me. I didn't answer. He either took my phone, like D either took my phone or he took his phone, called my ex, and he was like, yo, fuck nigga, like, stop calling my girl, da da da, like, excuse me, I'll pull up to your shit and shoot that bitch up. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, they were, I don't want to say they were arguing, but they were going back and forth, which was really dumb. Like, y'all are doing the most. For D to be even talking out the mouth like that, which is crazy because we barely know each other, you're doing the most. Like, I don't know what you're capable of, but I know what my ex is capable of, and you're just doing the most. So that happened. Then we got out the car, we took a walk. I don't know if I said we took a walk already, but we got out the car, we took a walk or whatever. And basically, like, he just kept dragging, like, the situation, everything that he was going through. And then he stopped me, he looked me in my eyes, he started crying. He's like, you know, I love you. And I'm just like, how do you know you love me? Like, bro, this is what? So he was like, I love you, like, I just know I love you. It's like love at first sight. Like, I've been knew I loved you since, I don't know if he said since middle school or since he like first seen me at the mall again in mad years, but I just thought that was weird. And he was love bombing the F out of me, and it made me feel uncomfortable because it's like, when you're put in that situation to where somebody is telling you that they love you and you have no type of feelings to them whatsoever, it's like, what do you do? What do you say? So I'm just like, okay, that's nice. Like, I think I really did say that, like, that's nice, whatever. So that happened. Fast forward to the next week. I had went to go see him before my sister went to work. So this was like early in the morning, like probably 10 or 11 or whatever. Pulled up, you know, me and him chilling, just talking. And my niece had came along again because I think my intentions were just to go grocery shopping, but he had called me, and I was like, I told my sister, I was like, hey, you know, I'm gonna go see so-and-so before I come back to give you your car. She was like, okay. I went to go see so-and-so. I feel like I can't breathe. D. Went to go see D, and we had ended up like going to Burger King, literally like down the street from his place. So we went to Burger King, And I went inside because they got our orders mixed up. And like I guess it's true, like, you know how when y'all at a restaurant or whatever and your man orders something and they get his order mixed up, and like you as the female or whatever is like, like y'all got my man's food wrong or whatever. It was basically kind of that situation, but they got my food wrong too. And at this point I was irritated, hungry, tired, and I had to go back to give my sister her car so she can go to work on time. So I was just irritated. So while we were in the car, my niece is in the car with his homeboy, and I'm gonna bring that up later in the story because what she says was wild or whatever. So me and him come back out of Burger King or whatever, and y'all, I feel like a dummy. I'm gonna post the pictures. Like, we look so I'm gonna post the pictures in the video, but we were taking pictures. Well, my niece had took pictures of us. Ended up leaving, gave my sister back her car, and I believe what happened, I believe like within the third week or like the fourth week of us being boyfriend and girlfriend, he was calling me. He was like, I think he called me at like 2 or 3 in the morning, bro. He was like, Fabby, I'm going to court. I don't know if they're gonna say I'm going to jail because my ex is lying on me. She beat herself up to make it seem like she got the bruises and all that stuff, which I really didn't believe because I was just like, who would do that? But you know, females are crazy out here. So, oh, cute little dog. So, what am I doing? That's not gonna hold it. So he's over here crying and crying and crying. Mind y'all, I have work. I have to wake up in a few hours to go to work. So I'm telling him, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pray for you. You're gonna get through this. You're okay. Da 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 da. I'm skipping over a whole nother part, but I'm gonna finish telling this part since I'm on it already. So I'm like, oh, you're gonna get through it. Da da da. This man, y'all, have the nerve to say, babe, before I go to jail, can you give me some pussy?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like, do I look like that type to give you vagina? Hell no. Yeah, hell no. Like, I don't look like that type to sit there and give you vagina. Like, you're bugging. I've had boyfriends before where we would date for like a good few months, almost up to a year, and we didn't do anything. So I just met you, I'm not having sex with you. I feel like he just wanted to like get it in the first place. So what's it called? That happened or whatever, and it was just getting to the point where he was like doing too much. So now that I told y'all that part, the first time he asked me for money, I was at a party with my brother at one of his friends' houses or whatever, and he kept blowing up my phone, and I was getting irritated. Like, he kept texting me like, oh babe, could I have money, could I have money, could I have money? And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, because I told him I was a medical assistant. Medical assistants don't be making bread like y'all think we do. Like, it's hard out here for a pimp trying to make the money for the rent. Nah, but like, y'all, like, he was fucking damn, like, he was doing the most. So he kept texting me asking me for money, and I'm just like, I just didn't respond because I'm not giving you money. Like, you're doing the most. So he ended up calling me. He was like, oh, you know, I'm not no sucker ass nigga. I'm not no pussy ass nigga. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and feed off my girl and ask her for money. But if I need it, then I'm asking you because, you know, I have a job interview to go to tomorrow, and I just need money to get there and stuff. And I was just like, oh, okay. So once he explained that to me, my dumbass sent him money. Cash apped it to him or whatever. He was like, thank you so much. I was like, you're welcome, no problem. He ended up getting his job, so he says, or whatever. And, you know, things were good. And I think by this time, I think he said he had lost his job or something. But there was like a week where he was like doing nothing. Like every time we would text at work, or I would be on my lunch break talking on the phone with him, he would just be like, oh, I'm at my mom's house chilling, doing nothing, or I'm smoking with my homeboys. And I'm just like, ew. Like that just screams bum to me. Like, what are you doing with your life? Like I completely understand that he's going through a lot right now, but like, I don't know, like if you really wanted it, you would be out here getting it type shit. So I think that whole week or whatever, like when I would get home, I would call him and he was like, oh, like what are you doing? I'm like, oh, you know, I'm just cooking me and my brother dinner or whatever. He was like, damn, babe, I ain't eat all day. Like my mom and her boyfriend are eating, but she's not giving me anything, and I don't have no money. And he just kept bringing up money, money, money. So guess what Fab did? Fab went ahead and Uber Eats him food. I Uber Eated, whatever. I sent him food through Uber Eats. I sent him pizza. I think I sent him Chinese food. Like it was like a whole week where I was sending him food back to back to back to back. Y'all, like this man was running up my fucking pockets, and I just did it because I felt bad for him, because I honestly, like, not saying that I'm privileged or anything, but I'm thankful enough to like come from a family that provided me with what I needed growing up. And you know, I grew up around strong women, so I just know how to get it on my own or whatever. And coming from my brothers, it's like never rely on a man or whatever. So I just have that mentality till this day. I most likely probably will have it when I get married too. Speaking that into existence, Jesus, because you know I want my husband soon. But yeah, I just never had the mentality of relying on anybody. So I just felt a little bad for him because his mom wasn't really helping him, so he says, and he was hungry, he needed money, and he needed just comfort and support, and I was there for him through that time. So that happened or whatever when I had sent him money. Then the little story of him calling me in the morning a few hours before I had to go to work, him talking about some, oh babe, before I go to jail, can you give me vagina? That happened after me, you know, sending him money and stuff, because by then I was like fed up with like all the stuff that he was telling me, because excuse me, my situation, at my own personal situations were eating at me. So I was like, you know what, I'm over it. So I think one day I went to go like do the big chop again, because oh my gosh, was that lizard behind me? I gotta cover up my door or whatever. But so that happened. I'm saying so that happened. So crap, what was I gonna say? Damn, my personal situation was getting too much for me. Oh yeah, okay. So wait, before I jump to that story of me like chopping off my hair or whatever, so remember when I told y'all that my niece was in the car with his homeboy? I had like I think I went over to my sister's house that weekend, and the reason why I talk to my niece like this, like shorty is 20, I'm 26, like we're a little close in age. My nephew is the closest in age with me. He's 22 or 23 right now. It was weird, y'all. Like me, my nieces and nephew, we're pretty much, I would say we're cousins, because we literally grew up together, went to the same elementary school, almost went to the same middle school, but didn't. So, I don't even know why I shared that piece of information, but all these damn freaking bugs, bro. I'm not doing no more story times outside. So, freaking went to go get my hair cut, and he kept saying, oh, can you send me an Uber and then send me money so I can go get my hair cut? I need it, please, babe, please, please, please. I'm just like, ugh, no. Like, no, like, that just irritated me. Like, I had enough. I was like, no, I'm not doing that, no. So, I was getting my hair cut. After I got my hair cut, he kept saying, like, he got a little aggressive on the phone. He was like, oh, you gonna come see me? You haven't seen me in mad long or whatever. And I'm just like, maybe because I don't want, I didn't say maybe because I don't want to. I forgot what I had said, but pretty much I didn't want to go see him because he was doing the freaking most, y'all. So, I think we didn't end up talking for that whole day. No. We didn't talk after I got my hair cut. When I got home, no, after my haircut, went to the mall, fixed my phone, my iPhone. I got home, and what was he doing? I believe he kept texting me. He kept texting me. I didn't answer. He kept calling me. I didn't answer. When I got home, I think I had called him back. And y'all, it's crazy. I'm gonna post like a little snippet of the video or whatever. It's gonna be towards the end of the video of him like crying or whatever. But yeah, so he was like, and damn, y'all, like, let me just tell y'all, because my mind is so all over the place with this story time, because this happened in 2019. It happened in 2019, did it? I think it did, 2019. So yeah, this what happened in 2019. And bro, it's like so much going on outside. I'm never doing the story time outside again. Fudge. Okay, so here's the recording.
Daddy. Daddy.
Oh my gosh.
Daddy, can you please talk to me? Daddy, please do it.
Bro, my heart. Okay, so I'm sure y'all seen like that little clip or whatever of him crying or whatever. But what I was gonna say before like my brain farted, I had woke up one morning to a long ass voicemail, and I wish I had saved it because the same way that little snippet y'all just saw, I had recorded the voice note or whatever, and sent it to my friend at the time. So basically, what the second voice note was, a girl. It was him and a girl, and I think that was his ex or his baby mom's. Oh yeah, and y'all, whole time this man got the girl pregnant, and she was pregnant the whole time that we were dating or whatever. And I think he really did put his hands on that girl. I don't know what the girl looks like. I don't know her name, nothing like that. But just one day on Instagram, I just seen him post a picture of his baby. And I was like, oh. So, what's it called? I had, the voice note. Basically, the voice No, it was like, it was him saying, I think the girl was trying to call me to confirm something or whatever. But she was saying, because I guess they didn't hang up the phone. That's why I got the voice note or whatever. She was basically saying, oh, call Fabby, call Fabby. And then he was like, I did call her. She not picking up the phone. Because I think he had called me like 8 or 10 times or something like that. It was something crazy. So he was like, call Fabby. And he was like, that is Fabby. I called her and she's not answering her phone. She's asleep. And the girl was like, that is not Fabiola. That is not Fabby's number. He was like, yes, it is Fabiola's number. Like, I don't know what they were going on and on about. Oh my gosh. Y'all. Oh, that man is fine. I need to be outside more. That, oh my gosh, my neighbors look good. Anyways, let me drink some water. He probably got a whole girlfriend or whatever. But why is this lizard still here? Like, yo, lizards in Tampa don't be giving a fuck. Like, move, bro. So basically they were going back and forth. Like, the girl was like, call Fabby. He was like, she's not answering. And he was crying. And she was like, you lying to me. That's not her number. He was like, yes, it is her number. So that was pretty much the voice note. I wish I could find that video. It's probably somewhere on my Instagram and one of the messages that I had sent to my friend. But taking a little break from IG right now, not going back on. Y'all, look at my nails. Dusty. I have to take these off because of my job. We can't have nails. We can have them painted, but we can't have press-ons or anything. But I'm waiting on my nails to heal up because this lady I went to, this girl I went to do my nails, I don't know what types of products she used, but basically ripped off my whole nail. Because when I used to get acrylics, my nails would never be like this. But I'm doing too much in this video. I'm like all over the place. But back to my niece. Did I tell y'all that part? I don't think I told y'all that part. So back to my niece or whatever. When I had went to my sister's house over the weekend, I told my niece, I was like, oh, like D had asked me if I could give him some before he goes to jail or whatever. And she was like, girl, like that's crazy, because when you two went inside Burger King and me and his friend was sitting in the car, his friend was basically saying if he was D, he wouldn't be putting all this time and energy just to get some pussy. And I was like, oh wow, like sis, why didn't you tell me that before? But I guess it didn't cross her mind to tell me. Well, she got a cute outfit on. That's real cute. So yeah, y'all, that's pretty much my story time. When I had seen his baby, I had congratulated him, and ever since after then, like, he would try to hit me up. Oh, and y'all, I think this is like from 2015. I'm gonna post the picture. I was looking a hot mess. Don't judge me. I think I was getting ready for my 21st birthday, or I just had turned 21 or something like that. And he had commented on under my photo or whatever. But we would only like contact through messaging on like Facebook or whatever. Like, I didn't see him in person until 2018, 2019, whatever time period that was. But I'm not a homie hopper, but I ended up talking to one of his friends, someone who he calls a homeboy, and old dude that I talk to say they not even close like that. So once I started posting dude or whatever, he wanna sit here and blow up my DMs like, wow, really, Fabby, you gonna do me like that? I forgot what he said. It's all in my Instagram, and I'm not going back on there just to screenshot some shit to post it on here, because I'm not ready. I'm not mentally ready to go back on Instagram yet. But yeah, he tried to call me out talking about some, wow, how you gonna talk to my homeboy, this and that. Boy, You were just trying to F. Your homeboy is trying to take me serious. And he hasn't asked for vagina not once. So, but that's neither here or there. I'm doing the most. Ooh, I do not want to eat this now. This story time was mad long. So, y'all, I pretty much have another one coming up. So if you see me outside again, or if you see me inside the house with the same face, same outfit, mind your business. But anyways, stay tuned for the next story time, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.